set your board into the wave face as we see Caroline having a paddle.
Let's see if Caroline can get the advantage here on the opening exchange. Probably has already done it. 2 decent turns, gets the finish. Just a 1-point ride for Bronte. Caroline Marks is going to put up a mid-range score. She'll now look to capitalise on that mistake with a decent-looking set wave here. Drives up into it. Layback hammer. It might just be the one turn again. She's going to get out of this one.
Not only do you have to have natural talent, but you have to be able to play the game. And I believe that Tatiana Weston Webb is becoming a better student of the game. Here she goes.
Tati, first turn, able to ditch the fins. Hard to do in that offshore wind, and she'll belt the second move. Solid surfing from our surfer representing Brazil. She'll be in the Olympics this summer, looking so sharp from start to finish. And she'll take the lead with that one. Sage will have priority. Let's see how Sage handles this against Weston Webb. First, let's break this one down, Bugs.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we saw Bronte McCauley really attacking it vertically this morning, and Tati has definitely got her backing and is one of her strong points. That was a great ride, and you know, it was interesting yesterday. You know, Sage did come through that heavy heat with Courtney. But I agree with Kaipo. I just see Tati really featuring in the West, and you know, carrying on with that momentum she got going at Narrabeen, and I think she'll be a star over here.
But we were faced with some of the biggest waves that we've seen on the championship tour when we arrived here at Margaret River, and Carissa Moore has found a good set out there at the moment. Didn't make much of her first 2 efforts in this heat, but making up for it now. A couple of big turns to get things started. She rolls through to that inside, a really clean connection. Carissa Moore, though, it was the combination of 2 huge turns on the outside, Rich, that I think is going to take this number pretty high on the scale.
Yeah, nice clean snap to start things off, and then the second one gets the full wrap, and then the third finish off confidently right over the rock shelf. And this is just that trademark Carissa Moore carve. I love the style, the flow. And staying a little bit lower on the approach here at Margaret River right-handers. And, well, she doesn't really put her foot wrong. It's almost like a dance when you're watching Carissa Moore on a wave. And then just nice and critical. Didn't over-push it, just wanted to get that one completed. And she has one of the strongest backhands in the game. Split peak. And let's follow Macy here. So a nice turn to start things off. And with these smaller conditions, these left-handers starting to stand up a little bit nicely, and she's getting 3 turns there. That one really bowled out.
She might get a chance to add some extras. Meanwhile, though, Carissa Moore's not going to waste any time on just stealing that spotlight. 2 big turns on the outside, moving through to the final couple of sections now, and sinking that rail nice and deep in the face of these waves, and she'll get a finish as well. And that's kind of been the story of the heat. It's been Macy doing great surfing, setting the pace, and then Carissa just quickly reeling her in.
Well, look at the outside turns here for Carissa Moore. So strong, just driving, hanging onto that rail for an extended period of time. And you can just see there is a slight speed differentiation between our 2 surfers here. Carissa just looks like she's going just a little bit quicker. There's a bit more power in each one of her turns, and connecting them well as well.
A split peak situation. Sally, well, paid huge dividends the first time she went left. And this time, yeah, she gets 2 manoeuvres in.